The fall of the House of Usher. So there's this Easter egg of the mask of this 2016 movie Hush. So Flanagan also worked on that. On that note, here's also the Ouija board. Little homage to his previous work. Love that, very cute. Anyway, so after Prospero wakes up, he's talking about this false gift from his dad. And then we see the horse decoration in the background, and my mind immediately went to the Trojan horse, which misleadingly looked like it was a gift, but it turned into a trick. So Mask of the Red Death. So Poe's Prospero was a prince who threw a masquerade ball to distract people for the plague. And in the end, they died anyway. So killed by contact of the Red Death, who snuck into the party wearing a skull mask and a red cloak. And of course, there's the colors of the rooms that have, you know, whatever they symbolize in Mask of the Red Death. And now those don't align with the colors in this show with the Usher kids. The kids die, it's in order from youngest to eldest, but Perry is obviously red, which is the final room. It's a black room, and then there's flashes of red. The blood, the gore, the lust. Although lust, I don't think the 7 deadly sins are represented here in this show. So Camille is white, silver, you know. Leo is yellow, Vic is orange, Tammy green, and Fred blue. By the way, both Lenore and Perry, who are the 2 youngest of the Ushers, I believe, they both distinguished the difference between mole and informant to the same character, Fred.
Mole.
Informant. A mole is one of them who infiltrated us, and an informant is one of us giving something to them.
Mole.
Not the... You know, I don't think mole is the right word for it, but I'm not the informant.
And I cannot figure out the significance of that, but I did find that, like, it raised a flag. So Camille hates Vic, even though she is just like her, maybe because Vic is actually making a name for herself, while Camille is just the PR that washes away the shit, you know, clears the dirt from the Usher name. She's the cleaner, so silver, white color. She's pristine, clean background, you know, picture perfect almost. Emotionless, void of any real connections. I actually think she's more similar to Tamerlane than she is to Vic. I don't see many of the similarities between Camille and Vix as to why they are the same. But Camille is killed by the chimpanzee, which is almost exactly how her character died in Poe's The Murders of Rue Morgue. Verna's name tag as a security guard says Le Bon, which is a little homage to a character in that piece of work, but it's also maybe nodding to bonbon, which in French is the word for candy. So Leo's death with a cat is from a story about the dangers of alcoholism. This character in Poe's work kills a cat, replaces it, and then fights with the wife, kills her, and puts her in the wall. Our Leo is a gluttonous, lazy, dishonest guy. He supplies drugs to half of his siblings. And in the end, we see that the Gucci collar is actually still on the cat, which leads me to believe that all of it was him hallucinating. Also, the picture that he took of Verna and the cat is different from what he thought he saw versus the picture they find. So I do think that the first initial cat never actually got killed. Vic and Tamerlane both selfishly prioritize their dream and their goal over their lovers. So Vic probably actually only started getting closer to her partner and sleeping with her to get closer to the work and to kind of manipulate the studies. I found it interesting that no one except Rod seems to hear the clicking sound that Vic hears.
It's what a horse has that lets them know.
And Rod hears the bells jingling. So they both have that, similar to the heart under the floorboards of one of Poe's stories. So Vic's color palette with her wardrobe is definitely the most consistent out of all of the kids with their colors. So everything she wears has this burnt orange, and she also has a lot of purples in there. The gold bug in Poe's story is about a man who discovers a scarab-like golden bug, but Tammy's story is about selfishly foregoing love to pursue your dream, like I said. And she uses people. She's living almost like an outsider looking in. The green symbolizes the envy for the life that she will never have. She hires sex workers to act out this loving marriage that she wants but doesn't have, even though her partner loves her a lot. She just can't love him for some reason. I think she doesn't want to let him in because she knows she's using him. Look at Tammy's husband. He's so affected by finally being asked about his day. So she's an outsider looking in with her marriage, and even in her own Usher family, her work isn't helping out the family as much as Vic's work, for example. I think she feels like an imposter in her own family. She is even secondary to Fred, who is the firstborn. Morella and Lenore, they watch Roger Corman's adaptation of the story The Raven, hinting at Fred's impending doom, inspired by The Pit and the Pendulum. So the swinging tail of the cat clock also foreshadows it. Verna is most vicious with Fred, who starts off pretty passive and then turns into this psychopath. I'll admit, I do think Fred and Rod's acting both leave a little bit to be desired, if I'm honest. They were just like a little flat for me. Yeah, I just think they would have reacted more to the traumas and not in a like nonchalant, like cool, repressed asshole type of way. I just think the acting, I don't know, that's my opinion. Anyway, so Fred is the firstborn, last to die. He's lazy, entitled, he's the heir and just expects everything to come to him. And as the heir, the royalty, it's ironic that Perry is actually Prince Prospero, right? It's like subverting it on its head. Overall, super great show. I'm sure there's so many references that I'm missing, and there's a few that I purposefully left out because the video is so long, but I really wish I could have been a part of the project. I actually did audition for it. But yeah, I was just really amazed when I watched it. Very well done.
Pricey stuff. You drink this on the best day of your life or your last night on Earth.
Most expensive in the world. This bottle was 4 million euros at auction.